Alright, since someone asked, yung pivot na boot. And I was like, okay, but not just pivot, but multiple pivot with slicer. So tara, let's do this. We have sample data here and we want to create two pivot tables to analyze the data. Then we'll use a single slicer to filter both pivot tables at once. So the first step is to insert a pivot table. Click on any cells within the data table, go to Insert tab, and locate the Pivot Table option. Select New Worksheet and click OK. This will take you to a new worksheet where you'll specify the fields for your pivot table. For our first table, we'll drag the region field to the rows area and the sales amount field to values area. We now have our first pivot table. For the next step, to format these values as currency, just highlight the values in the table, right-click, select Format Cells, and then choose Currency. And then to create the second pivot table, you can duplicate the first pivot table and modify it. In this new table, replace region with salesman by dragging it into the rows area. This will display the names of the salespeople along with their sales amount. Now we have two pivot tables ready for analysis. In our next step, to insert a slicer, go to the Pivot Table Analyze tab and select Insert Slicer. In the Slicer dialog box, choose the region field. Initially, the slicer will only be connected to the second pivot table. Then, to connect the slicer to both pivot table, right-click the slicer and choose Report Connection. In the Report Connection dialog box, check the boxes for the both pivot tables. And there you have it. We have successfully created two pivot tables controlled by a single slicer. I hope you learned something today.